What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, sorry you're joining us at such a turbulent time, but thank you for joining us nonetheless. So, I just kind of wanted to go over some things. Now, I didn't want to make a video on this. I've already shared everything he's accused me of not sharing, like screen recordings. You know, like the video I filmed, it was like Friday. I shared a screen recording of my Instagram conversations with his girlfriend. I'll fly it again here. just for posterity's sake, just so he can be like, oh, well, you're still not showing them. I'll fly it again here. But I've also got a screen recording from Brooklyn that I'm going to share. I have her permission to share it. She actually asked me to share it. I just kind of want to go over some of the crap that he said in his Dear Ben video last night. So he's accusing Simply Strange of sharing a false narrative or something like that. Well, we all know this is not a false narrative. He's harping on and on and on about now Ben as a criminal. He's trying to bring Ben into all of this stuff going on, and there's no reason for Ben to even be involved. He's just reporting on it. That's what his channel is. That's what Simply Strange is about. He's just reporting on stuff. Now, this really has nothing to do with the paranormal. Nothing at all to do with the paranormal, but Ben's reported on it on the Simply Strange channel, which is reporting on news in the paranormal. Now, maybe it's because I'm loosely affiliated with the paranormal. I don't really see myself as being a part of the community. Like I see myself as kind of on the outside of the community, on the outside of the paranormal, the ghost hunting community, the debunking community. Like I'm like a peripheral too. I'm not really a part of. I'm like a peripheral. Is the way I see it. You guys probably see it differently, but that's neither here nor there. Sorry about that tangent. So he's bringing Ben into it. There's no reason to bring Ben into it at all. Ben's just doing his thing. Another thing, he says this isn't about J-Carts, and then shows a screenshot, or he says he's not talking about J-Carts or something like that, and then shares a screenshot of himself calling J-Carts a criminal. Again, more lies from the guy. I shared a community post yesterday. I will fly it here, where he says, these people won't talk to me on X, or they're too chicken to talk to me on X, or something like that. So I went over to X to try and talk to him, and he has me blocked. So it's not that we're too chicken to, it's that he's got us blocked so we can't, which is fair. He's got me blocked on his YouTube as well, so I can't leave comments there. He is blocked on my YouTube because every time he comes into my comment section, he can't help but run his mouth and try and put people down and stuff like that. And I'm not going to have that on my YouTube channel. So he did the same thing in all the Amanda Cran's texts and on the new Anthony Tapia 77 Instagram account. They talked the exact same ways, the exact same person. We have 100% evidence. Now, I've been harping on and on and on about, I'm challenging you to get your IP address chased. He's not going to do it. He just wants to keep going on and on and on about screenshots and about how we're not sharing screen recordings. Well, I've already proven that false by sharing a screen recording 3 days before you make your video saying we're not sharing screen recordings. you absolute goon. And number two, let me explain to you how compression and screenshots work. All right, I'm gonna fly this too. That way people can see actually what's going on. When you screenshot something, you are taking a copy. Now, depending on what format your screenshot saves at, it could be a pristine copy, a lossless copy, which is what a PNG is. That's why PNGs look so good. Or it could be a lossy copy, which is what JPEGs usually are. My phone, right here, takes JPEGs when I screenshot stuff. It's a lossy format, it loses definition. I then take those screenshots and I put them into the editing software. Now we're doing it on the iPad, so it takes me longer to make a video because I'm having to do it on my iPad. Which, and aside, he says it took Andrew to make 3 days to make a video. No, it took me 8 hours to make a video because I didn't even know the video was up for the first 1.5 days. And then I was like, it's too late in the day. I'm not going to worry about it. I have to go find a place to film. I have to figure out, number one, how to edit on an iPad, which I had never done before. It's a whole different experience. I'm still not used to it. I'm still kind of slow at it, but whatever. We're here. We're doing it. So everything he says, he's just making stuff up. But anyways, back to compression as it goes with screenshots. So my phone takes JPEGs. It's already a lossy format. We're already losing some information in the photograph. It's like when you record, like back in the 90s, we had the VHS players, and you would put in a blank tape, you would record something off the TV, and then you would, if you had the double tape player, you could record off of a tape. You would put in a second tape and you would record that, make a copy, and then you could move it, make another copy, move it, make another copy. The more copies you have of something, the more degraded the information is, the worse the picture looks. It's the exact same thing with JPEGs. They're lossy formats. You lose information every time you take a screenshot. So by the time that he gets it and takes his screenshot, that's already at least 2 degradations to the quality of the JPEG. Now, he's taking them off of videos and off of my community posts. So the community posts they're okay. You're dealing with maybe 2 cases of degradation. When it comes to taking them off videos, the JPEGs get put into the video editing software and then get converted to MP4s as part of the video. That switching formats, that is going to degrade the information even more. I'm sorry, Anthony, that you cannot even be bothered to do the basic research to understand how compression and degradation and lossy formats work. You can't even be bothered. You are the worst when it comes to doing research and actually getting facts straight. I have never seen anybody so lazy they can't even do a simple Google search on how screenshots and compression works when it comes to images. I say this in every video now, I feel like, but it's just mind-blowing, right? I have no idea how you made it this far in life doing stuff like this, but by the way, before he decides to fly off the mouth and say I'm drinking, this is Monster Juice. This is the Rio Punch. It's actually super delicious. Because I know he's dumb enough to make something like that up. He's dumb enough to make something like that up. But I didn't even want to make a video today. I didn't. Brooklyn said that I needed to, based off of his video yesterday. But it's mind-blowing. It is actually mind-blowing. And yes, there are detectives involved. There are private investigators involved. There is a police case, right? And let me just say this. Let me just say this. Your girlfriend interfered with a police investigation. She interfered with a police investigation. That is a criminal offense. Now, I'm not the type of guy, you know, Beardo had his video yesterday. Normally, I would just put all this behind me and move on. I'm thinking that there needs to be some sort of litigation because you have done nothing but spew insults and try and hurt people. And, like, granted, you say that you've been attacked. You haven't been. Everybody has been rather cordial to you, at least involving everything like this. Now, if we were on the street, I would not be cordial to you. To be real honest with you, I would not be cordial. But I don't know, just the absolute insanity of him. I wish that he would be locked up and locked up for a long time. I don't even care at this point. Like, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt early on, but anymore, I just want him gone. He needs to be deplatformed. I will be working to deplatform him once the police have concluded their investigations. It's a shame that it has come to this as far as he is concerned, but I have no sympathy at all for people like that. You can either be a good person or you can deal with the consequences of not being a good person, is basically what it's coming down to for me. Okay, another thing, he says that in the beginning, I never wanted to share evidence. And that's right, I didn't want to share evidence, but I did share screenshots with him. And I show that in one of the videos where I shared a screenshot with him. And he immediately, you know, starts crying wolf and he's threatening me. And I don't have time for all that. I don't want to be threatened by him. And like every time one of these accounts messaged me, and even his main account on Instagram threatened me the exact same way. So that in and of itself proves that it's him behind it. Different people would not threaten me the exact same way unless they were all communicating, in which case it would mean that there were multiple people, which we've already proven there was multiple people involved, but they all threatened me the exact same way. They all said, and he even did it on my YouTube, and I shared his comment when he threatened me on my YouTube. You have 24 hours to take this down or I'm filing actions or something like that. He said that with the Amanda Kranz account. He has said that with the Anthony Happiest77 account on Instagram. And they all, when he gets mad, he starts typing in all caps because he doesn't know how to hold a conversation like an adult. He just resorts to baby. They have all done the exact same thing. It's not different people, Anthony. You can't claim it's different people when you do the exact same thing between your personal account and the fraudulent accounts that you operate on Instagram. Help me make this, help make this make sense, because every time he opens his mouth, he just wedges his foot farther in there. It's the most insane thing I have ever seen in my life. He goes on and on and on about Simply Strange, saying his name. Buddy, your name is public record.
My private name. And I don't want my private name up on the internet. It used to be, which is a mistake, but now people are using it to like blackmail me, and like this is blackmail. Like this is using my name in vain. Like this is harassment, and it's directed towards me because guess what? In his post, he says, "Guess who's back?" You know what I mean? Guess who's back? That's just not fair.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine.
Just because you changed it does not mean that it's not public record anymore. It was all over all of your socials. It was your @ so people could type in @ and then your name 93 and find you on all of these socials. It's not private information. I already exclaimed that once. Like, it's already out there. People are going to, much like my name is public record, right? If I was to suddenly change my name, would you stop saying it? No, you wouldn't. Because it's public record, you don't have to stop saying it. If you would do just the slightest bit of research, man, if you would just be better. I know you're not because you're a trash human being, but if you would just be better, these issues would not have happened. Like, all you had to do when the first video came out was just shut up. Just shut up and sit down. But you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that. Nobody accused you of being those accounts until much later in the timeline. Nobody accused you. It was all alleged. And it was all alleged because at the time we couldn't prove. Now we can absolutely prove that it is you, and it wouldn't have got this far if you just would have shut up and let it all go away. People aren't watching you because they think you're telling you the truth. People are watching you because you're a lolcow, dude. You're a lolcow. You are Cyrax. You would probably act the exact same way as Cyrax if one of these people that you talk to on the internet showed up at your house. You would go hide in the attic, just like Cyrax did. Every time he would talk smack online and somebody showed up, Cyrax would run up to his attic in his grandma's house. The only reason you're trying to go hard now is because you think that nobody can respond to you. The only reason your little rant video came out is because you were like, hey, Andrew can't make video. You found out that I was living in my vehicle, which, okay, good job trying to weaponize that. I don't care. I don't care. I had already explained to people what was going on with my housing situation. You goon. My housing situation has nothing to do with what's going on here. You absolute goon. All you had to do was sit down and shut up. And this would have gone away. It all would have been private. But no. You want to keep running your mouth. You want to keep threatening people. You want to keep lying your little tits off. It's not going to happen, dude. It's not. You're already caught, man. You're just digging your own hole deeper and deeper. And also, this will be the last thing I touch on. Nobody photoshopped anything, man. I don't even have Photoshop. I'm not going to be bothered to pay for a subscription to Adobe. I use DaVinci Resolve, you absolute goon. Now, the thing is, nobody made a fake photo of you pretending to be your girlfriend. Nobody made fake screenshots pretending to be you to your girlfriend. Nobody did that. We all took conversations we had with your girlfriend and we made them public. And we've all screen recorded them out of posterity's sake. I've already shared one screen recording of a conversation with a girlfriend. I will share it again. You absolute idiot. You are the worst human being ever. Just the absolute worst. I'm sorry, but nobody photoshopped you. Nobody photoshopped conversations of you with your girlfriend. Nobody did that. Nobody's going to take the time to do that. That would require a lot of time and a lot more technology on my part that I don't have at the moment. It's in the truck. I can't use it, obviously, but I'm not going to sit here on my iPad for hours a day pretending to be Anthony. It's the most insane thing that anybody has ever said to me at all. Nobody's going to sit back and pretend to be you on the internet. Nobody's going to make fake accounts on your behalf, Anthony. Nobody knows who you are. Your highest viewed video to date was a video about you talking about AI. And none of this other information. Yet every time your views are down just a little bit, you put my name in your mouth. You put J-Cart's name in your mouth. It was you that messaged me. You said the exact same stuff that you say every time you contact my YouTube or every time you contact me on Instagram. You say you have 24 hours to take your videos down. And then you go into all caps. I will share screenshots. 100%. I'm going to share screenshots. And yes, I'm going to share screenshots. They won't look like the ones that you have shown because you've doctored them. They don't look like that in my videos or on my posts. You very clearly doctored them for your videos. Anybody who's watched my videos can see how well they look. Yes, they are degraded a little bit because they are JPEG format, but they don't look near as bad as after you've had them. You're doctoring stuff to try and fit your narrative, your lies. I don't care, Anthony. You're lying. You're calling me a liar a lot. You're saying a whole. You're doing this a whole lot. You're flapping your gums. You're not saying anything at all. You're not being truthful with your 3 followers. You don't even have 3 followers because I'm pretty sure Gamer Life is just you on an alt account. You get maybe 5, 6 comments. One's Telly, one's your girlfriend. At least 2 are you, 2 or more are you, and then Gamer Life. You don't have any actual followers. You've blocked everybody out. People who are just trying to give you advice, you chase off. Or you tell them to meet you on X so you can shame them in public. You absolute goon, dude. Like, nobody was attacking you, man. Nobody was coming after you. I was fine living my life without you until this blackmail case came to my lap and they wanted to know what to do with it. And I told them you should put it on blast. You should put it out there. So we put it out there. Nobody accused you outright of doing anything. We said it was all alleged, but here comes Anthony kicking and screaming, saying, hey, it's me, pick me. Nobody said it was you in the beginning. We're saying it now because it is you unequivocally, but it is what it is. And I want to point out that people using your name is not blackmail. You need to learn what blackmail is. Blackmail is what you are doing to Brooklyn, or what you've done to Brooklyn when you messaged her, or when Harley messaged her. Whichever one of you started it out, you're implicit in it. Blackmail is what happened when you guys took photos of this girl as a minor and told her to tell J-Carts to stop talking about you, Anthony, or you would release those photos. And then you put up a post on Instagram saying that you had those photos. And then somebody connected to those accounts sold those photos, which is another account. And not by account, I mean not another Instagram account. That's another account. That's another charge. That's trafficking, my dude. That's sale of explicit photos of a minor on top of the blackmailing. That's all federal crimes, dude. You're looking at serious charges, and you just keep lying, man. Just shut up. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the video for today. Thank you so much for viewing, and I will catch you guys next time.
Oh, the